Well, shalom, shalom, everyone. This is Rebekah Bat Yehovah from Teshuvah Ministries, and welcome to my 2020 summer series. All right, so just off the bat, I got a few businessy things to take care of. Number one, please like this video. You might have to watch to the end in order to know whether you want to do that or not. Watch to the end in case you want to hit the down, not like button. You need to watch to the end as well. But anyway, and definitely subscribe to our channel and hit the bell in case you would like to get notified when the next video in this series comes out, because there is going to be between 12 and 14 videos in this series. Also, just in case YouTube and big tech censors us and we disappear from YouTube and you come back and you're like, where did Teshuvah Ministries go? Or where did that certain video go, or whatever? Please go to our website, www.teshuvahministries.com, and you'll see up in the top navigation bar, you'll see a Join Us tab. Click on that and enter your email address to subscribe to our email. And you'll get random emails from us whenever we get around to sending emails out. Someday we'll get really good at that. But anyway, just in case we get separated, I don't want to lose touch with you. So in case as we scream down to the end of the age, you know how the stupid things are happening these days. So just go and click on Join Us and subscribe to our email, okay? And then also, I just want you to know that this script for this summer series is going to be in the Kingdom University Vault. So if you don't have a key yet to the Kingdom University Vault, just go over there, grab a little key. It's not very much money, and it helps to support us just a little bit, and you'll be able to see this script from the entire series, plus everything else we have in there, like mind maps and posters and coloring books and lots of articles and things, and it's a growing in its database for you. And also, just one other thing, I would sure encourage you to support us financially. This is a one family show, this ministry, and so we need your consistent monthly financial help in order to continue to do what we're doing. So thank you for doing that if you are, and please join us if you're not, and if you've forgotten about us, please come back. All right, so this is July of 2021. We have had a heat wave. We have smoke outside. It is super hot in this studio here, so I've got my little handy dandy fan to help cool me down when I need it. So here we go. This is I don't know if you remember, but last summer I did a summer series. It was 2020 summer series, and I did it on should Christians celebrate the feast. And I think there were about 14, it could have been more, but somewhere around that. Short videos in that series. Well, this is going to be similar. This is 2021, and this summer I am doing a summer series on the flat earth. Okay, just so you know, it is absolutely, it's by no pleasure on our part that it has reached our doorstep, okay? My family and I have been researching this, I want to call it a flat earth black hole for a few weeks, actually for about a month now, and it's made us all completely grumpy, all right? Until into that whole study, I discovered something actually that brought new life to me. So I'm gonna share what that is with you a little later in the series. So stay tuned. You're gonna have to binge watch all 12 in order to get a full understanding of what we believe about the flat earth versus the globe. Okay, so when those all come out, then you can binge watch them all, or just wait for the bell to notify you when the next one comes out. Okay, so today we are going to look at folly, swindlers, and YouTube. And YouTube's role in this. Okay, so let's get started. I absolutely, honestly cannot believe that I'm doing this series, okay, on this topic, because this subject is the dumbest thing I have heard in my entire life. All right, it is so incredibly stupid and such a colossal waste of time. I have so many other things that I would rather be doing, things that I need to do, like other teaching videos. You know, I need to build Kingdom University and the courses in Kingdom University. I have my family to move, and I have my bus to convert, and I have fruit to preserve, and I have my life to live. But I put everything aside right now to do this because it is at our door. And I've had enough of this stupidity creeping into the assembly, all right? And we have known of friends and family who have bought into this lie. And so it's time for me to for us to say something about this. All right, so let's look at folly. So flat earth lies in the realm of folly, fairy tale, and myth, and it should stay there in la la land where it belongs. It's a grand hoax. It should not be on the lips of believers, nor in their to-study inbox, okay? But I see that it is becoming a growing snare for the set-apart ones, and this just makes me and my family furious. Just do a quick Google search on this topic. Actually, don't do that. So don't do that. But you will find a ton of people get their panties in a bunch about this on both sides. And strangely enough, especially believers. They debate, flat earth believers debate biblical imagery to death, and they see red over this topic, but they are fools. Proverbs 29, 9 through 11 says, "If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest." That is so true in this case. There seems to be absolutely no rest when you try to talk sense with a flat earth disciple. There is no rest when you try to take the wicked and their theories to task, is there? So Proverbs 26, 4 to 5 and verse 11 also says, "Do not answer." Check this out. It says, "Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him." And then it says, in the very next breath, it says, "Answer a fool according to his folly, or he will be wise in his own eyes." And then later on in the verse, and I think this is verse 11, it says, "As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly." Okay, so this flat earth movement was created by fools for fools, just as the death jab was created by fools for fools to receive. It is a death jab that will mark you for deletion by Yah. And you know what I'm talking, if you're living in 2021, you know what I mean by the death jab. The fruit of this flat earth folly is not good either. So I'm going to, as the scriptures just said to do, as we read just above in Proverbs 26, I'm going to answer those fools according to their folly so that they do not become wise in their own eyes. Okay? So there are several wolves, and when you look that up, it means extortioners or swindlers. There's several wolves, extortioners and swindlers on YouTube, and who have websites who are coming specifically for the scattered. They're selling their garbage and propagating their lies, and they need to be cut off. At least at Teshuva Ministries threshold, a few will be identified today and cut off. My video series here is intended to lay the subject to rest, at least for our ministry and anyone who comes into our ministry. So hopefully you will not be deceived by these wolves anymore after you watch my series. Or perhaps my talk will derail you if you've been hornswoggled into looking into it. But if it doesn't do that for you, then you and I have nothing further to discuss. If you insist that this flat earth deception is true, and it's me who is delusional with my spherical earth theory, then you can go find another teacher, you can go find another channel to learn from, because obviously I have not taught you anything about discernment. Zero, zilch, nada. You be the fool, and you be dangerous. You have bought into the flat earth narrative and its stupidity, so there's absolutely nothing I can do for you anymore. Yeshua says in Matthew 7:15-17, "Beware of false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit." So I just want to point out here where it says ravenous wolves, it's 727 in the Strongs, and it means extortioner or swindler. Okay, so wolves equals swindler. Okay, so you have wolves in sheep's clothing that are swindlers. They're trying to sell you something. Okay, so Yeshua also says later that trees that do not bear good fruit get cut down and thrown into the fire. Do you remember? So hopefully you'll be able to see these swindlers, these wolves in sheep's clothing, these extortioners for what they are and what they are producing. And they are producing bad fruit, and in the end, they will be cut down. 1 Corinthians 5:11 says, "I am writing to you not to associate with anyone who claims to be a brother, but who is sexually immoral or greedy, an idolater, or a verbal abuser, a drunkard, or a swindler." Wow, think through that text, people, and just check it out. That word swindler is 727 harps. It's the same word that Yeshua used when he was talking about wolves, okay? So it says, I'm writing to you to not associate with any of them. Don't associate with a swindler, okay? Don't associate with a wolf, okay? So you can think through that text. That's pretty insane. You've got, you shouldn't be hanging out with somebody who claims to be a believer or a brother or a sister in Yeshua, but is sexually immoral. That covers quite a bit there. Greedy, that's also big. An idolater, somebody who's keeping other holidays than his and making sacrifices to those gods, right? A verbal abuser, wow, that's a big one right there. A drunkard, and that can probably go beyond alcohol, right? Or a swindler, okay? Somebody's trying to sell you something and it's coming across real smooth, you know, okay. I wish with such a man, do not even eat. Okay? So I'm taking Yeshua's advice here, all right? I'm going to start this whole series by asking Yehovah in the name of Yeshua to remove those who teach this flat earth deception and those who believe it from our midst. The ones that are teaching it are swindlers. The ones that are believing it are blind. Then I will ask Yehovah to give you the courage to turn your back on these swindlers. Okay? Maybe my energy will help you. Okay. Of course, we all know that for brief times in our history, the citizens of this world, mostly the uneducated, believed that the world was not round but flat. That is, until Copernicus, I think that's how you say his name, and Magellan and a host of others proved it was a ball, like all the other planets in our solar system. But as of late, since around 2017, we have seen this topic resurfacing at record speed. So do you remember the verse that I just read in Proverbs where it says a dog will go back to its vomit? Oh yes, that is what's happening right now. The dogs are going back to their vomit. As I researched this insanity, it seems to be generally understood that in 2017, a huge amount of professional YouTube videos about the flat earth, pseudoscience, came out in the space of about 1 month, and all of a sudden, flat earth was the thing again. People are getting their education from and being led toward what to study from YouTube. They don't open the Bible, they just turn on YouTube, right? The Verge reports that people are using YouTube for conspiracy theories. Okay, duh. A 2017 study conducted by Ashley Landrum at Texas Tech University surveyed 30 attendees of that year's Flat Earth International Conference. I cannot believe that's a thing. And found that 29 people suggested YouTube videos changed their views, and that before watching videos suggested by YouTube on flat earth, they believed the earth to be a sphere. Did you catch that? So they are on YouTube, looking for other conspiracy theories, and YouTube suggests flat earth as a conspiracy theory, and people who attended this convention, this flat earth convention, what they were saying that their minds had changed from believing in a ball to flat earth because of YouTube, all right? The Guardian wrote, the interviews revealed that most had been about the interviews done at this convention, this Flat Earth convention. The interviews revealed that most had been watching videos about other conspiracies with alternative takes on 9/11, the Sandy Hook school shooting, and whether NASA really went to the moon or not. And then YouTube offered up Flat Earth videos for them to watch next. And they took the bait. The algorithms in YouTube are powerful, and they are key in controlling the mind of those who lack discernment and lack land to plow, bread to bake, and chores to do. Though we would like YouTube to remove these conspiracy theories and all the other lies that are on YouTube, right? YouTube has no right to censor content either. They are not God. So, Elohim. So it really boils down to oneself being self-controlled. Okay? Galatians 5:22-23 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Go figure. Against such things there is no law. Proverbs 25:28 says, like a city whose walls are broken, so is a person who lacks self-control. Okay, so a city whose walls, the walls are around a city in order to prevent the evil people from coming in and destroying the city, right? But if you don't have self-control and discernment and all that stuff, then you're going to be just like a city that the walls are falling down, because then everything's going to come in, anything's going to come in, right? Without discernment and without self-control. So what is happening on YouTube as it sells lies and truth at the same time is a prime example of the fact that you must be careful what you watch, what you study, and who you learn from. You will become like whatever you hang out with, people. What you watch and what you read, you'll become like them. You'll become like your teacher, okay? Proverbs 13:20 says, he who walks with the wise will become wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. So don't get swindled, people. Don't get swindled, brothers and sisters in Yeshua HaMashiach. Stay awake. Don't be a companion of a fool, otherwise you're going to become a fool. Don't get swindled, brothers and sisters in Yeshua HaMashiach. Keep your eyes open. So join me in part 2, where I'm going to talk a little bit about how believers who are buying into the flat earth lie are damaging the credibility of this movement. And I'm going to take some trash out. Shalom. Okay, make sure we're in focus.
Okay. So is that your mark?
Do it one more time.